few months after my treatment started, I had a client call up and ask me how I reconciled getting cancer with what I did for a living. And the perception was that if you were a good person, if you were helping others, if you were Zen yourself, then how could this possibly happen to you? And what I was told was that the events that happen in our life are not conditional on whether you're a good person or a bad person. They're conditional on the design you've created for yourself. They're conditional on what you've designed for yourself. And there is, in my experience, a lot of judgment about what we design for ourselves. And there's a lot of, you should do this, that should be this way, this should be that way. And I guess what I was asked to do is to say, if that's what you need in your creation, that it should be done this way, that it must be done that way, and it works for you, then I need to let that go and say, keep creating in whatever way works for you. But that I was to ask people to trust that I knew what I was doing in my creation. And really, if they were bothered by what I was creating, that they might need to take a look at what about my creation is a threat to them. What about my creation instilled fear? Because if it could happen to me, it can happen to anybody. And I guess I decided early on that if I had created this and I was completely unaware consciously that I was creating this, that it is possible that I had made a choice to leave the planet early without knowing it. And knowing that that's a potential, knowing that I really don't have clarity in the big picture for Ellen, that I was going to choose to live every day I was just going to choose to live every day. And often I am asked to look at, Ellen, are you living today? Is this your definition of living? And if it is, great. But if it isn't, then I'm asked to look at it and say, what do you need to do differently?